We also had 32 Jenison Public School students and alumni that have recently spent 4 days as counselors at Camp Sunshine. That's a camp that serves teenagers and adults with intellectual disabilities. And so one of the things that we talk about is how do you serve other people. And it was just really cool to see that big of a contingency from Jenison there working the camp. And we highlighted them. If you look at our social, that's one of the things that we want to promote, that we want our kids to look for ways to serve others in the community. And so proud of not only our kids, but our alumni that are doing that. My last update is we have narrowed in on a ribbon cutting date for the Maintenance Transportation Center. We are excited to get that open, but that will be Tuesday, July 14 at 6:30 p.m. So Tuesday, July 14 at 6:30. We'll have the official ribbon cutting. Love to have the Board of Education there. We'll have some special invitations sent out to all of our bus drivers and our maintenance crew to be there as well, but also want to share that with our entire community. We'll give tours of the building that night, so if there's anybody in the community that wants to come in and see what the new building looks like, we want to take them on a tour. Really proud of it. I think when you have walked in what we had to what we have now, you almost have to pinch yourself when you walk through there. So it's very, very impressive. I know our drivers are excited, and I know our maintenance guys are pretty excited about what they're moving into too. They will be spending time this summer getting that all set up, so we're still waiting on some of the furniture coming in and putting all their materials in there, but that'll all be done and ready to go for the start of a new school year. Cool. That's my report. Any questions?
I wanted to just add, you mentioned Dave Zamborski and camps. They, because summer's almost over, they had their first pre-camp today. And tomorrow, talked to Eric, he's got a new 9th grader join in. I was there this morning getting some stuff out of the semi for them that they need to go somewhere, and it was kind of cute. This lady stopped and said, "Excuse me, sir." She didn't say old man, but she said, "Sir, can you tell me where the band office was?" And she had a kid in the front seat, was just, it was a 9th grade boy, and he was just like, "Oh, it's right in there. You're gonna have a blast." And but you could just tell it's kind of an apprehensive thing for them, but.
Well, when you're a part of that 200-member marching band as a freshman, you come in and you're like, holy cow, but I can tell you that is such a great community for our kids to be a part of.
And I told her, I said, he'll be entering, other than his 50 or 60 freshmen coming in, he'll be entering with a bunch of new friends, so it's a great deal.
And one of the great things I think that the band directors do for this mini camp is they have the older band members leading the younger band members. So I think it creates such a great community there. So.
And within that number of 1,700, we have about almost 500 athletes that are training in the Iron Cats program this summer. So the weight room is standing room only, and kids are getting after it and working hard to develop their bodies for their athletics too. So.
Is that just a certain time of the day for different times?
Yeah, they've got 4 different time slots that they offer for the kids.
Oh wow! All 5 days or
4 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah, then middle school is 2 days a week, Monday and Wednesdays.
And our conditioning guy is there.
Zach Mendoza, who we had at a board meeting a month or 2 ago, is leading it. He's got a couple of other helpers that are in there with him. So pretty neat to see.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half of time, so it's 45 minutes of lifting and 45 minutes of speed and agility in the field out. So it's a pretty neat program.
And this weekend was Brian Bennick's last show, which was Midsummer Night's Dream. So if you all came out to see that, it was amazing. They had to turn people away because it was in the black box, and they can only fit so many people in there. But that was Brian, and then Zibby Zuber, our recent graduate, put on that show, and it was absolutely fantastic. Yeah.
It was one that Brian always wanted to do, and so kind of neat to be able to have that as your curtain call. Yep.
All right, well, unless there's any other questions from Dr. Graham, Next thing we have is we're gonna go into closed session for attorney-client privileges and updates. So at this point in time, we will not have any items or anything else to cover after we come out of closed session. So if you want to hang out to ask us any questions, you're more welcome to, but the meeting will not continue here. So otherwise, I need a motion to go into closed session.
I'll move to go into closed session.
Support. All right. Craig?
Yes.
Shannon?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Eric, yes. Yep.
Yes.
All right, we'll take a few minutes to let the room clear, and then we'll reconvene then. Thank you for coming.